Hello everybody, welcome to the Ftog server, Avant 3, ToddytheBody here. So, I didn't show this in the last video, but in between recordings I tried to make a structure around this, and why it's so big is just when we want to upgrade it, I want it to have space. So, eventually, we will have this the solar panel thing come out further, and I think the widest one is 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So come out to this row here, and then along this one. And then I'll have some pillars. I started messing around with some chisels and bits on that block over there, but I didn't get very far because Thor was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start messing around with ToddytheBody," which is fine. We like messing around. So here's his side generated stuff. I think these are, is this a light? It looks like it would be a light. And it's lighting up like it's a light. And then that's one of the phantom blocks. And you can just punch them to get them to go away. But we're not going to work on this today. We're going to work on something else. We're going to work on sleeping so that we don't get blown up by creepers. Alright, so these creepers, let me tell you, off camera. Now, they don't kill me anymore, so don't worry about that. You're not missing out on that kind of fun. But I was right here. Well, actually, I logged out, and when I logged back in, I was right here, and there was one standing right next to me, so I had no chance, and blew up that side of my house. And then I gave Grok a gift last night, and I went up there, and I placed it, and when I was coming out, it blew up the side of his house, so I had to rebuild it. Sorry about that. So, that's that. Those darn creepers. And that's the solar panel. So now we are ready for this episode, and I want to show you some of my new toys. So now that we have the power, I have the power. Now that we have the power, we can start playing around with some things. I'm probably making you dizzy, but I like walking around my place. Okay, so couple new ones here. We made 2 rings. Alright, so I made the magnetization ring, and it works anywhere in your inventory, and to turn it off you have to get it out of your inventory. Okay, we have a couple items there we can magnetize. Alright, here we go. So now you can see the range, and it's not instant, and it does get caught on walls. But what I do like about it is that it's not too annoying. Like, okay, if you're like walking around mining, you can have all that leftover junk just kind of following you around like this, and it's not in your face. You know how like some magnets, if you don't have space in your inventory, then it's all floating in your face, and yeah, so hey. Okay. I was wondering why it wasn't like coming towards me. That was kind of weird. Alright, and the other one is this ring of growth. Thor just showed it off in his video. Let's see if I can show it off a little bit too. Get some stuff growing, and you have to hold it for it to work. And then it just immediately starts ticking away at your plants and making them grow. And it works on cocoa beans. I think it works on anything that can grow. Yep. In fact, if you just hold it anywhere else, it'll still use up. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so I guess you do have to be near things. Like trees? Does that count? Oh yeah, it's growing the apples. Okay. Super fast apples. Nice to know. So, just like everything else, I like to get this powered up. There we go. The magnet I don't like power up all the time just because it doesn't really use it too much. And let's go back in here, get our stuff out of our inventory. I added another teleporter, so this one goes up here in case I ever want to make it rain, but mostly because I want to be ready if it does rain, because I want to try out the banish rain spell on natural rain. The only time I've ever tried it so far was on fake like rain that didn't happen just randomly. So I've got this up here, I'm ready to go whenever the game is ready. But since I put that up there, I have not seen natural rain at all. Like normally, Minecraft rains, especially on YouTuber servers. It just does. Not here though. loves that. Okay, so the things that I will need for that, because I didn't have them ready, just like I just said, I'm gonna have it ready, and then I didn't. Where is the old root? There it is. Nope, that's bark. Did I run out of old root? No. Let's use our new toy here. Okay. So we've got something here from RF Tools. It's called a storage scanner. RF Tools had this before, and what you did is you just said something like, I want some birch, and it says, hey, you can find it in these inventories. And then what you would do is that you would double click on them, and then would say, there's your inventory. Why don't you look inside there and you'll find your birch. Well, now it does something else, and it has to be powered, so I have it connected to my laser relay there. See, there's the power. And you have to star the items that you would like it to look inside. So if you hit star, now you can see all your inventory and stuff like that. So you can either double click or shift double click. Shift double click gives a single item, double click does a full stack, double click comes in right here, and then if you put it in here, it will go back into the inventory. So wireless inventory, and it works between mods too, so that's great. I didn't have to like pick these up. I can upgrade these at some point because it still looks at the different pages. So I guess that's something that we can hold off on for a while. So this is the exact same. It's just a storage terminal, and if you shift right click it, you can see that you make a storage control module, and you put that on there. What you do with this first is that you take it, you right click on this block, and then you put it inside here, and then it's pretty much just a copy. So you don't have to have a block, you can have just a, you know, makes it a little neater looking. And then you can also shift click in different recipes and stuff here, and then it'll craft it. So pretty cool. Alright, so what did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to look for that old root because I swore that I had some more, and it shows that I have some more. And there we go. So it's also looking for gold. I guess that's why it's bringing those up. Alright, so these are all the items that I'm going to need. We're not doing this. I just want to make sure that I have it while I'm thinking about it. Sorry to take you all on this tangent with me. So it's right there, ready? Okay. So you can see some Ender IO stuff here. I had to get into it. I didn't really tell you that I wasn't getting. Oh, I didn't tell you guys those changes that we talked about before. I even made a comment in that last video. We didn't do them. We tried it out, and then we decided again later to not have them. So everything is back to normal, regular recipes. Okay, so anyways, I really wanted to stay away from it just because these are new mods in this pack. I really wanted to like try to use mostly new mods, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and the only farming way that I know of right now, there might be more, to farm the ag e-crops is to use the farming station. So we got some of the things we needed to make the Z-Logic controller, and now that we have that, let's see if we can click in this farming state. No, I didn't make the hoe, and I didn't make those other things either, so at least we've got the hoe. And oh, and when it does the auto crafting, or not the auto crafting, but you know, this part here, it'll also take out from your inventory, so it doesn't have to be in your storage inventory. Okay, and let's just take that out. I was trying to advertise a little bit there. Farming. Oh, do we have to make all this stuff? Yep, we do. Okay, let me get some of that ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, we should be good to go now. So let's get that in there. Let's hit the 1 key, and you can see none of it turns red. If you hit one of these other ones, it does because you don't have enough. So 1 key, and we've got a farming station. Alright, this is going to be cool. But what am I looking for? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these phantom faces from Actually Additions. This is the part that I really want to highlight. Not really the farming station, more because I think these are really, really cool. One thing I didn't do, I'm not going to cut away for this one either. I did not. Okay, I'm not going to look through there. I'm just going to use that for like the auto crafting and stuff like that. I did not make the phantom face that I need for, there we go, for for what we want to do today here. So, all right, let's get our pieces. And let's see here. We also need this. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why am I even trying to go off of memory? Phantom face. Alright, and then some ender pearls and then a chest. Okay, we can do that. Let's do this. Chest. 1. Oh, I don't have enough. Let's do this then. Right? Let's just make it. Oh, it's not going to do it in there. We got to do it in here. Because the funny chests, see? And then you got to hit over to get the right one. Okay. And then this should be easy. It should just make that. Great. Now we can just make the phantom face. We can't because we don't have that piece. Okay. That's something that we should make a auto crafting recipe for. Okay, and then that should be it. Great. Alright, so let's show this off. I made a storage crate here somewhere. There it is. Alright, this is cool. This is gonna be, we're gonna make it wireless. That's what, you know, that's the main thing here. Making this stuff wireless. We're gonna put it right in the middle. Now we're gonna have to give it an upgrade. But in the meantime, I just want to set it up so that we could see it. Alright, and we're gonna have to do only 4 crops at a time, you know, because the farming station here, it's got 4 different quadrants. I guess that's a little redundant to say it like that. It's got quadrants. So if you were to try to farm everything at once, it would work fine for a while, but then these seeds, they start to multiply, and they'll start clogging up the system. So it works better if you just do 4 at a time, which, you know, if we set it to overnight, we'll fill up on the 4 and then we'll switch to a different 4. So it's not like we have to have all of them. So that would be fine. Could have swore I had like a project chest, but I don't. I picked it up. Okay, let's do this chest. I wish the normal chest was the first one, and then the birch chest can be the next one. Alright, let's get this stuff in here, because what I want to do is I want to pick up all these seeds. Okay, all harvested. I think we're ready to start setting it up a little bit. Let's start off by grabbing our farming station and our phantom face, a regular phantom face, and I will talk about the phantom face. Okay, so the phantom face. What it does, it's an extension of an inventory. So like if I were to place this down and then connect them, and I'll show you how to connect them. We're going to use this tool right here. I thought I had it in my bag. The phantom connector. So what we're going to do, here I'll just connect these two just to show you. What you do is the block that you're connecting to, you want to shift right click that, and then you saw a block stored to this connector. Yeah, and then you want to shift right click the phantom face, and then they're connected. So what this means now is, like, you know how if you wanted to move inventories, like say just a simple, you put a pipe here and another chest and you have it so that it can pull out and then insert into the chest, you know, something real simple like that. You can do that here. You can put a pipe here and a chest and then have it pull out to the chest, and what it's actually pulling out would be all of this inventory. So it's just, it's like a copy. It holds the same inventory. You can't access it. Like if I hit right click, nothing happens here. But it makes it so that you can have the inventory or the box that you get into somewhere else, and then have this out there where it's working. So that's what we're going to do. I think if I break this, it should. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're going to have this right here. Alright, and then so that way we can have the chest that we get into somewhere else, so I don't have to come all the way out here to access it. I can access it at a different place. The other phantom face that we made, here we are, and then here's a chest we're going to use. The other phantom face I made is a phantom energy face, and let's just go ahead and look at these recipes. You kind of went through them. I went through them real fast, so it's just redstone around it. You would think that the redstone would be around. Oh, okay, they just add extra pieces of redstone. But the energy face, it's instead of holding inventory, it's like a copy so that you can power the block, and then if you phantom or connect it, it will actually power the machine. So we are going to put this next to here, and I hope that that's enough range. If not, then I have a solution. Okay, let's see here. Shift right click. On the testing world, it made a purple sparkly thing go in between them. No, too far. That's okay. That just gives me a chance to show you this thing over here. It is... Where did I put this? Here it is, the booster. Alright, it's a phantom booster. So any of the phantom faces, any of these here, if you put this on top of it, it extends the range. So you see it says 32 now, before 16, 32. So now it says the connection is fine, and it doesn't look like that I have to reconnect it. It looks like that it's already going. So we will come out here and we'll check to see if it has power, which is true. One thing I don't like though is that the purpleness. You see it? Yeah, see it? So with the wrench you can shift right click and it would change it. So I think maybe the mod author changed it for the wrench but didn't change it for the phantom face, so that would be cool if that does get that way at some point where you can take away those purple particles, but for now we will just have to live with it. Okay, so where do I want this crate? I don't think it's gonna reach all the way into... Oh, you know what, actually? And I'm not putting it in here for any sort of power reason, but just because it's out of the way. But, oh, I'm gonna need to make another booster, aren't I? Okay, let me go make a booster. Okay, we've got our booster here. So now what we can do is we can... Oh, we're supposed to do it over on the not phantom side first. Alright, shift right click, come over here, and shift right click, and of course it says that it is too far away, so we're going to try to jump up here and... Oh, I gotta hold shift. There it is. Now it's connecting. So it looks kind of funny, but at least I didn't have to like dig out piping and all that stuff. Alright, so this is ready. What do I need to farm? I think it's just a hoe. Yeah, I think for this type of farm I just need a hoe. So let's go make one, and I'm going to make it out of a material that is going to last me for a while. And that's going to be this emeradic stuff. Am I saying it right? Let's see. Emeradic. Yep, emeradic. Okay. So... let's make the hoe. There it is. Alright, and I think that when it's done with it, like when it goes through its cycle, it actually breaks it. If I can catch it in time, I can bring it back in here and I can repair it. But if I don't, like if it breaks overnight, then yeah, I'll just have to make another one. Maybe one of the first plants that we put in here will be the emerald one. So we'll do emerald first. I keep running out of gold, so we'll get that. We'll do the ender pearls, of course. Oh, and I want to do nether wart, so I can start getting those infernal bulbs, or whatever they're called. What are they called? Infernal bulbs, yep. For the roots mod, so I can get a bunch of those and then start making some stuff with that. Okay, so we want to set this up so that we can do quadrants here. Now I know that the nether wart's not going to grow on dirt, but I'm not really sure what... Okay, let's lock these. We did that one. We did that one there. Pick you back up. Alright. Can I put it in there? I just want to put it in without you pulling it out right away. Okay, what if we go like that? And then pull it out. Nope. No. Okay. And then it's just going to plant it. That's not what I wanted to do, but I guess that's what we'll have to do so that we can set these. Alright, so what I was saying is that I know that the nether wart isn't going to grow on it. It's just that I'm not really sure how they set out the quadrant. So it looks like that this one is the quadrant. So I'll dig this up and I'll bring back some nether warts. Nether wart soul sand, which it looks like that I prepared. I actually brought some. So there we go. So then we'll dig out the rest and we'll put that down. But I didn't really get to demonstrate the phantomness of it yet. I guess it gets the plant without putting the hoe in there? Yeah, I didn't put the hoe in there. So the hoe must be for harvesting, not for planting. And let's get this all set up. There we go. And then now, well, it's already in there, so maybe we can use the inventory phantom face thing to show off the nether wart. Alright, so before we go do that, we want to make sure and set this so that it pulls and pushes from the top. And there we go, pulls and pushes. I didn't put my hoe in there because I want to put the hoe into here. And I want to put the seeds into here. And then hopefully it'll start harvesting from this area. So we put the hoe in, and it grabbed it. We put the nether wart in, and it grabbed it. It's a plant. And I'll just hold on to the essence for now. So yeah, it should, once it starts growing and everything, we don't have any extra seeds that we need over here. No, that's glowstone. And it should start working. That should be it. So now what I could do, and I was thinking about it, is I could select the storage so that I can access it from my storage scanner. But when I put things into my inventory, the storage scanner doesn't, you can't assign inventories to put certain items. And I don't want it to start putting things inside here that the farming station might want to try to pull into itself. So I think we're going to have to keep this separate. So, you know, this will get us a nice little bit of resources as it goes. And I'll have to upgrade it also because it's not using all of my farming space right now. I don't want to upgrade it too much because it'll go out past the border here. So I don't know, like, I guess, does the second upgrade or capacitor work? We'll see. Okay, so there it goes. You can see it harvesting. Harvest. There you are. Ring of growth helps it out, but the greenhouse glass will be awesome. Okay, and you can hear it start to harvest over here. So I could just AFK. No, I can't AFK here because those darn creepers. So yeah, you can see it now, and it's gonna stick to its quadrants. It's not gonna get stuck. So after I like log out and come back in, I'll just have to change these seeds to see what we're getting. So now that we have done that, let's just go up here and check out our loot. And there, see, there's the infernal bulb, so I can start making some better staves. I'm getting some of this essence. It's keeping the seeds inside, so I'm not going to get seeds now until it had, you know, got more than 64 seeds. So then I guess it will. I lost my train of thought. Yep, it'll keep going. So there we go. We set up our farm a little bit more automatedly, if that's a word. And I'm glad, because I really need some of these resources, and I wanted to switch them out, but I didn't want to, you know, the lines and all that. Anyways, so I'm going to let you go for there. We learned a little bit about phantom faces, and I showed you that cool thing with our tools, with the store scanner, and I think that's about it for today. So you all have a great day, and I'll see you later, and goodbye.